as prey and as food, and this is where the term rogue shark was derived. Now, when it was derived, there were a lot of non-believers in this term, and after years of him believing it, people actually caught on and actually started to believe that there were actually species of sharks out there that actually hunted humans for prey. One of those species being tiger sharks. There are several of them, but now I believe at this present point in time, people actually believe that there are actual rogue sharks which actually hunt humans for prey, given the extensive amount of incidents which have happened, including the incident behind Soul Surfer, Open Water 1 and 2, and Jaws. But I think that his theory was actually proved it to be true, and I'm one who actually believes that theory, because why would so many sharks attack so many people for no apparent reason? There's a theory that sharks believe that surfboards and objects which you can take into the water are believed to be looking like seals. There are a number of different theories which can be included when it comes to things like rogue sharks and different things, but I mean, everybody has their different beliefs when it comes to things like this, and I guess rogue sharks are definitely one theory that can be speculated on and speculated on and speculated on again. But that theory actually was derived back in 1916, and it's a theory that is still being questioned to this day, but I think it's more believable now than it was probably about 50 years ago. But it's a very interesting theory that was derived back in 1916, and rogue sharks have been featured in films like Jaws and Soul Surfer and Open Water, and they will be featured on September 2nd when the release of Shark Night 3D happens. Very interesting film that uses mechanical sharks. I'm not a fan of mechanical sharks. I like when they use real sharks to make it look more real, like they did in Soul Surfer, and like they did for films like Open Water, where the actors were actually forced to intermingle with actual sharks and were actually terrified. The beneficiaries of actually using real sharks are you're more terrified during the filming of the film, because you're terrified of what could happen to you being in the same area as actual sharks. I'm not a fan of the films that actually use mechanical ones, but Soul Surfer actually uses real ones, which is pretty cool. But Shark Night 3D is going to be a great film. I hope it lives up to its expectations. It's going to be released on September 2nd. Like I said, there are a number of different incidents that have happened, and you can pull them up through any major search engine such as Google and Yahoo, just as you can our official website, which of course is HEW Entertainment. You can pull it up through Google, Alta Vista, Ask Jeeves. You can also leave us your comments in our YouTube channel and our radio form, or by sending us your opinion through agwwrestling@hotmail.com. You can also send us news now to our official website by clicking on the email button and clicking on the Send Us News tab in our news center if you have any news that we haven't included with Soul Surfer. Soul Surfer is also available on demand right now, which seems to be the way of watching films now, eliminating the purpose of renting a Blu-ray and DVD. But some of the beneficiaries of actually having a Blu-ray over a DVD there are 5 times the typical storage space of a traditional DVD, which allows more space for more cool content, 7.1 surround sound, and the presentation of the film in 1080 pixels, provided that you have a HDMI cable, which is a high definition multimedia interface cable, which allows the projection of the film to be in 1080 pixels, which is the best way, if I do say so myself, to check out a film like Soul Surfer, which is best viewed in 1080 pixels, given the phenomenal camera work, which deserves an Academy Award. If Soul Surfer wins an award for anything, it should be the camera work. It's absolutely outstanding and phenomenal. As I said, we have a number of different audio clips which I'm going to be playing for you during this presentation of HEW Entertainment Variety Radio. We have one coming up here shortly about the actor of the film, the actors of the film. This scene actually includes Carrie Underwood. It's one of the most emotional scenes in the film, and I will say so myself. I found myself actually wiping several tears out of my eyes when I saw this scene. It lasts anywhere from 25 to 30 seconds in length. We're going to be sticking that on for you here in about a minute or so. And this is one of the scenes that left me saying it's not one of those films where you find yourself crying, but during several scenes in the film you will find yourself crying, and I listed what are some of those scenes that I believe them to be. But it's very interesting how many crucial elements are included with this film, and that's one thing that stands out to me. As I said, Bethany Hamilton won an award, a Teen Choice Award to be exact, for her outstanding courage and her reboundance of this unfortunate incident which took place several years ago, leaving her with only one arm. They actually tried to give her a fake arm, a replacement arm, which she actually refused after she decided that this was going to interfere with her surfing, prevent her from possibly never surfing again, and she actually decided to actually live the rest of her life with having one arm and the inability to use her other. But what we're going to be doing here for you right now is we're going to be playing this scene. You can send us your opinion also on the audio clips which are going to be included with this week's audio commentary. We played one for you at the top of the show, which was actually a audio clip of the unfortunate incident that had taken place, which happens at the half-an-hour mark of the film, where she's actually attacked. We're going to be playing this emotional scene where her friend actually comes to see her for the first time since she was hospitalized following the attack of the tiger shark several years ago. This scene involves Bethany Hamilton and Carrie Underwood, who plays a supermodel in the film. As I said, if you have an opinion on our audio clips or the film Soul Surfer in its entirety, if you've seen it, you can send it to us on our YouTube channel at youtube.com, Jonathan Clarke, and in our radio form. You can also send us an email, hewwrestling@hotmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook and MySpace. We're going to be playing that audio clip for you right now, so here we go.
You're pretty much on every channel.
Hey, where have you been?
You know, at home, living it up.
So how have you been?
I thought you were gonna die out there.
Here goes, right? I'm gonna slash and gash, cut another hole in your ass. Put blood on the walls and play tennis with your balls. If the phone rings, don't answer the call. Gonna slit your throat, fuck you like a goat, peel your foreskin off and make a winter coat. Peace.
Now, I've been around for so long, I never really got into the whole word to your mother crap, but if a phone call from me requesting an interview was as terrifying as that, I don't think I would have ever been as successful as I am today. You're listening to HEW Entertainment Variety Radio with me, Jonathan Clarke, and if the phone rings, please answer the call. I need the ratings.
Yo! That was the illest rhyme I ever seen!
I'm gonna slash and gash, cut another hole in your ass, spill blood on the walls and play tennis with your balls. If the phone rings, don't answer the call. I'ma stick your throat, fuck you like a goat, peel your foreskin off and make a winter coat. I'm a deadly surprise, I scoop out both of your eyes, stripping me off your thighs, walking the flies, cause everyone who meets up with me in the end eventually dies.
It's Joey, the legend impersonator and member of the Straight Edge Society, and you're listening to HWE Wrestling Radio.
It wouldn't be me, I can tell you that much. Welcoming you back to HEW Entertainment Variety Radio. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke. My rating of this film has to be 4 out of 5 stars because of the crucial elements that were included with the film. Everything from action, drama, suspense, thrills, chills, whatever you want to call them. It includes all the crucial elements of what a film truly should be about. The camera work is absolutely outstanding, and I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 star rating. If you would like to criticize my rating, if you have your own rating which you would like to contribute to the program and our radio station on our official website, you can find us at facebook.com Jonathan Clarke and youtube.com Jonathan Clarke 22. Our social network links are available by clicking on the social network tab at the top of the website. Very easy to access. Send us a friend's request on any of our social network pages along with your opinion. You can also leave your opinion in our radio form. I believe Soul Serfer actually has its own official website and an official Facebook page. I have not linked the Soul Serfer Facebook page to our official Facebook page at facebook.com Jonathan Clarke, as I usually do. I haven't had an opportunity to do that, but it's definitely something worth checking out. I'll probably include that along with this week's audio commentary as referral links for any future information that you may be searching up on as it relates to Soul Serfer. It's also a film, if I do say so myself, that appeals to young audiences and teens. It's not a film that is absolutely horrifying, although several reports on the internet do describe the incident involving Bethany Hamilton and this tiger shark on Halloween morning as a horrifying, in quotation marks, horrifying, placing that word in the quotation marks, incident. Although it might have been a horrifying incident when it actually happened, the film does not describe it or portray it as a horrifying incident, which gives your family, any teens that you may know, a perfect opportunity to check this film out. It also puts into perspective what love and perseverance is really all about. So it's a all-around family film that is worth checking out. As I said, different reports on the internet describe this incident as being a absolutely horrifying, placing the word horrifying in quotation marks, incident. No doubt it was. I'm not criticizing it in any form. But the film certainly doesn't portray it as a horrifying incident, and her composure is definitely illustrated to a very high point. As I said earlier in this week's audio commentary, I can't imagine myself being caught up in the same type of situation. I can't even imagine how I would go about dealing with it. I've said many, many times that sharks and shark movies terrify me for a very good reason. But I can't imagine having to cope with it or dealing with it. The ability to use only one arm and losing the ability